Hi, I'm Phil Warshauer. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina now, but for over 20 years I did live in Guilford County. Consider that home in so many ways, and there's a special place about Guilford County that's still in my heart. I want to thank you for allowing me to participate in this video. I have great respect for the work that you do, the work of law enforcement officers, and the way you put your life at risk to protect us every single day of the year. You have a very difficult job. Each day you put your life at risk for others. You have to make dangerous split-second decisions that are life and death decisions many times. They're made at a moment's notice, and often once they're made, there's no turning back. When I think about the role, the responsibilities in simplistic terms of law enforcement officers, I think of four things. You have to identify, understand what the law is. You have to enforce the law. You want to protect the lives of others. And I think as important as protecting the lives of others, you want to make sure every day that you get home safely to your own family. That last thing is really important to me, and I can't emphasize how appreciative I am and so many others are about that. I'll tell you a little bit about my story. As I said earlier, I've lived in Guilford County for over 20 years before moving to Charlotte in 2006. I'm here because on the evening of September 30th, less than 3 miles from her childhood home, and after spending the majority of her day at Temple Emmanuel, less than 2 miles away from where she was, my daughter Stephanie and her friend Allie Bullock were killed when a car being pursued by a Guilford County deputy struck her car in excess of 130 miles an hour. Stephanie was at a road she was very familiar with. She was making a left turn at a green light, something she had done probably at that same intersection time and time again. Stephanie had just celebrated her 32nd birthday the week before, and Allie was preparing to celebrate her 30th birthday the following week. I'm here today because I want to share with you the importance of protecting innocent lives. I want to protect your life. I want to protect the lives of your children, your family, your loved ones. I'm here to help you increase the likelihood that you'll never get the phone call or have to make the phone call that I received the morning after Stephanie was killed. Police chases are dangerous business. They're necessary at times, and I think your challenge is determining when they are necessary, what risks should be taken, and when the risks should be taken. They put the general public at risk. They put each one of you at risk. So the question is, when are they necessary? When are they not necessary? I can only imagine the split-second decisions that you have to make when trying to ask yourself that question. Life and death decisions. And I'm sure you can only imagine what it's like for me to receive the phone call that I received on that Sunday morning. Every time a police chase or pursuit takes place, the likelihood of that phone call taking place increases dramatically. Someone's likely to get hurt, or worse, never return to their family. So when do we chase? How do we make those hard decisions? I'm not here to say that you should never chase, especially when somebody at a particular point in time are putting you or the general public at risk. That's part of your job, a very, very dangerous part of your job to protect each one of us. But as the adrenaline kicks in and you start to find yourself pushing your feet to the floor and going faster, as difficult as it is, I ask you to stop and ask yourself a simple question. Is the crime involved, is what happened that initiated you turning on your warning lights or stopping this car, is that worth the likelihood or possibility that you may not return to your own family? Is it worth the possibility or likelihood that your 32-year-old daughter would lose her life? Those are the questions I ask you as you think through and work through any given situation that may arise. So I hope in that moment, instead of the adrenaline kicking in, I hope you'll remember this video. And I hope you'll remember Stephanie. And I hope you remember Allie. And I hope instead of the adrenaline kicking in, it's the training that kicks in. And you'll stop and think and realize at that particular moment that perhaps it's more important for me to get home to my own family than it is for me to pursue at this particular moment. Thank you for allowing me to participate. Thank you for what you do every day, and thank you for taking the time to train regarding this and so many other parts of your job.